A good song tells a good story. And by definition, a story has a beginning, a middle, and an end. It also answers the 5 W's: who, where, what, when, why, plus how. You watch the news, you read a newspaper story, you read a magazine. Every single one of those stories follows the guidelines I just gave you. A lot of songwriters start off great. They've got a great opening line, but then they spend the rest of the lyric repeating what they've already said or saying it in a different way. You want to start at 0. You want to slowly move along the highway and take a left turn here and a right turn there and go up the mountain and down the valley. And oh my God, there's a river that you can't cross. You know what? Keep on going right through the water, blast right through it. Have some guts. Take your hand off the wheel, just let it rip. Tell that story. And don't be afraid to go outside the lines when you're telling that story. And the same is true for music. You don't want to just keep going along the same road. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. So what? We know what's coming. You always want to surprise your audience. It's the same thing as sitting down in a movie theater and bam, right at the beginning of the movie, something has to happen. Boom, to catch our attention. And then 2 minutes later, something else has to happen. And at 10 minutes, something else happens. I've studied screenwriting, and I've sold a lot of scripts, and I've taken classes from some wonderful people like Sid Field. And all those incidents are built into the story. Well, the same thing should be built into your melody, and that every few bars something new happens. I don't mean changing keys. Let's say you're writing in the key of C, which is my favorite because it doesn't have any sharps or flats. And it's right there on the keyboard. So instead of how to write a hit song, you've got the rhythm. How to write a hit song, boo, do. And the next line might be, I know what to do. Baby, how to write a hit song. And then I will you. So that's the rhythm. I'm not really singing a melody. But I just want you to see how to set it up with surprises. So every few bars you want to change the melody and you want to go places in your melody that people are not expecting to go. Your job as a melody writer is to take your audience out of themselves and onto an adventure. Same thing with movies. You don't want to have the same old stuff happening because why would you spend your $10 or $15 to go to the theater in the first place? You might as well stay home and just live your own life. So you, as an artist, have as your goal to transport your audience from where they are to where they want to be or think they'd like to be. There's a very famous scene in the movie called The Shape of Water, which won the Oscar. And the scene that melted everybody was when this monster from the water with claws and scales all over him is dancing with the woman who doesn't speak and who is pretty and beautiful, wearing a lovely pink dress, and he's holding her hand so gently. And it's just the most beautiful love scene I've ever seen in a movie, and completely unexpected. That's what your melodies have to do, is make your audience dance and dream. To get up from their kiosks in their offices, put down their pens, turn off their computers, and just dance. So that's what your job is, and I know you can do it. You have wonderful gifts, and I want you to honor them. But don't think you're going to sit down the first time out and that boom, you're going to have a great melody. Everything you do is great, but the first draft is the first draft. So keep it and listen back and think, boy, I really love that third line. Okay, keep the third line, change the other ones around it. So a work of art is a work in progress. And just like I said about the lyrics, you'll know in your gut when the melody is finished. And once the melody is finished, then what I do is add the chords. I haven't mentioned anything about chords in the creation of the melodies we're discussing. Notes first, individual notes, and then add the chords. And I bet you see some incredible improvement. Please let me know when you do.